Find the area of the canvas required to make a conical tent of 14 meter high and 96 meter in diameter. So first let us mark the height and the radius. Height is meter. So it's 14.14 meter. Radius is 96 divided by 2. So if you divide 96 by 2, that how much will you get? So it will give you 48 meter. This is a radius. 48 meter from here to here. Height is from here to here. Okay. Now find the area of the canvas required given that 20% of the canvas used in folds is used in folds and stitching. Another situation, this is the first part of it. Second part says find the area of canvas given that canvas used in fold and stitching is 20% of the curved surface area. Remember, these two are different things. Understand this. You bought, for example, this much of area of canvas to make this tent, right? How much? We do not know how much. Say X meter square you bought it. Out of that, 20% of this X meter square went into folds and stitching. So what will you do? So how much is the curved surface area of the cone? The curved surface area of the cone will be X meter square minus 20% of X meter square. Whatever is left, that will make the curved surface area, right? Because this much part of the canvas was used in folds and stitching. So whatever remained from X meter square, that is was used in making the cone, making the tent, and tent has only curved surface area part, so that curved surface area will be this much. Is it clear? That's for the first one. Second one, it says straight away, it says that 20% of the curved surface area is used in the tent. So we will find out the curved surface area, say the curved surface area, and we have to fold and stitch, we need 20% of the curved surface area. 20% of curved surface area, and that is what is used here, right, in making folds and stitching part. So how much that he has to buy? He has to buy this much. This will make the tent plus 20% of this much. So that will go in making the stitching and folding part. So totally he has to buy, and whatever comes, that is what he has to buy, right? And that is the area of the canvas needed. So the two different situations. Got the point? A lot of people commit the mistake. Okay, 20% of the canvas used in the fold is what? So they will find the curved surface area and add 20% to it. No, that is if they have given you in this situation, then only. In case if they have not given you, then you have to use, say he has bought certain amount of canvas, 20% of that canvas area has been used in fold and stitching. So remaining wood will making the tent will be used in making the tent, and that will be subtracted from here, this canvas bought, right? So curved surface area will be the remainder of these two, difference of these two. Is it clear? Now we will start solving the question here, since I have explained this. All right, so we will take the given in it. 20% of the canvas used. So we'll say let area of canvas bought, right? Or I would say like canvas originally be X meter square. Okay. Now used in folds and stitching is how much? 20% of the canvas, which is x meter square. So canvas used in making the tent will be how much? X meter square minus 20% of x meter square. Fine. And this is nothing but the curved surface area. X meter square minus 20% of x meter square is curved surface area. So we can let meter square not be there, we can take it common. So x will go 5 times. So x minus 1 upon 5x. You say the whole. What is the curved surface? What is the curved surface area? Is that okay? If I solve this, how much is that? X minus x upon 1 up f x minus 1 upon 5x is how much? 5x minus 1x upon 5 is equal to 22 by 7 into radius is how much? 48 and height is okay. L we have to find. So we have to first find L. So let's find L first here. We have not got that. So we know that L is equal to under root of 14 square plus 48 square. So 14 square is how much? 196 and 48 square is how much? 2304. And you add the two. So what will happen in it? If you add the two here, two 500, that is under root of 2500. So L will come as how much? 5 5 is 25, so it will be 50. So this is 50 here, this length. So it will be 50. Multiply. Now we can get the 5x minus 1x is how much? 4x upon 5 is equal to 22 upon 7 into 48 into 50. So we have to find the value of x in it. So x here would be x will be equal to 22 into 48 into 50 into 5, okay, on divided by 4. This 4 has come down into 7. Okay. Now this 4 has come down, 5 will go up, right? So can we cancel something? Yes, this will go by 11, this will 2, and this will make it 25. So x here is 11 into 48 into 25 into 5, the whole thing divided by 7. So if I calculate this, let's see how much does it come. 11 into 48 into 25 into 5, and this is 66,000. divided by 7 divided by 7, 9428 0.57 meter square. This is the amount of canvas that originally has to be bought, out of which 20% of this will go into stitching part. Okay, fine. Now let's see the next part of it. The next part, it says what canvas used in folds and stitching is 20% of the canvas used. So remember, that is what we have to here. We have to find what curved surface area plus 20% of curved surface area. That is what he has to buy, because he says he will buy okay, the canvas that will be used in making it, okay, is 20, okay, that is a curved surface area, and the stitching part will be 20% of the curved surface area of that. So stitching is this much, so curved surface area and plus 20% of that will go into stitching part, and that is the what he has to buy. He has to buy, or we can say arrange for that. Okay, fine. Now curved surface area is what we can calculate. That we have found the curved surface area is how much? That is pi RL, right, and plus 20% of pi RL, right? Fine. So pi RL we have got it here. See, this is pi RL. So that is 20 into 48 into 50 upon 7. So we can write it here, 22 upon 7 into 48 into 50 plus 20% means 20 upon 100 of this much. That is what he has to do. I can take the common here, 22 upon 7 into 48 into 50 is common. So you will be left with 1 plus 20 upon 100 is 1 upon 5. Okay, so we can directly calculate that, and that will give you how much? 22 upon 7 into 48 into 50, and this will give you 5. 5 1 is 5 plus 1, 6 upon 5. Okay, now this will go 10 times. Anything can go, so if nothing goes, we have to write 22 into 48 into 10 into 6 upon 7. So if I calculate that, how much do we get? $9051.42 40 approximately. So how much he has to buy? He has to buy here, in this case, second case will be 9051 point approximately 43 meter square is an answer for the second part of it. He has to buy, out of this 20% will go into stitching part in it. Okay, so this is the final answer here. First one is this one, right, and second one is this one, and both are the answers in it.